So recently, I've learned to use Claude more systematically. And there's one thing I always wanted to share is a skill. A skill is something that you can teach Claude to consistently apply whenever you're doing a task. You don't need to copy paste the same prompt all the time. You just need to train it once. You don't need to onboard your intern 100,000 times because the intern today is not the same as the intern yesterday. They get to learn what you like, how you would like to work, and when you say just one word, they would know what to do next. And this is the skill that I try to teach Claude to do. I try to teach ChatGPT to do, and I find it super helpful because I stopped prompting it so many times. I realized like a skill it's never really about the tool. It's more about how you teach this AI to help you. Today, this video, I'm gonna share with you how I actually teach AI to learn a skill so that it can help me better. So I've been using AI for the past 2 years, and I've done a lot of videos on this channel about how I use AI. You can see a list here. Every single time I try to share the prompts that I use about any specific topic, for example, how I use Lovable, how I use it as my chief of staff, how I use it as my life companion, which was helpful back in the days, like a year ago. But right now, AI has improved to the point that it can actually remember how do you like to work and what is the most helpful way. And that's the time I realized you don't need to explain something that you want to do all the time. I first found out when I was trying to add users to my newsletter, and then Claude was like, this is a process we can repeat. Do you want me to preserve this process so next time you can just say, oh, we wanted to do the process again? And eventually I learned that actually you can formally teach Claude to start a skill and download it and put it into your process. So this went from, at the beginning, I need to onboard the same intern every single day, as if the intern can never remember anything, to now, I just need to trigger, hey, remember that thing that we talked about? Can you trigger that skill again? So what is the difference between a prompt and a skill? The way that I think about it is like a prompt is like a one skill. When you start any type of workflow, when the chatbot didn't really know what you want, you kind of need to teach it first. You kind of need to request it first. A skill is reusable workflow. It's kind of like an operating manual for the AI chatbot to help you. And this morning I tried a new skill, which is a mission-specific email scan. Because recently, every morning I will go through my ChatGPT chat. It's kind of like a chief of staff kind of thing. I was like, go through my email and let me know what I need to pay attention to. But because I have so many different work streams on different chats, I don't want it to make all the chats the same, have all the memories, because I think it's better and cleaner when you have specific projects focused on specific stuff. So this morning I was like, oh, can you create a specific memory? Can you create a specific skill just to do email scan? And it actually did. And it's like, next time you just need to trigger it. At this point, I believe you really, really want to see the setup. And this is the setup I'm going to show you. This is Claude, and it's good afternoon. And it's actually on the sidebar. The skill is under customize. And you can customize Claude. You can connect your apps, which we talked about in the previous video. How do you connect with different type of apps? These are the connectors. Create new skills. You can add a new skill or browse skills. Some of the skills are existing, like Theme Factory, Slack, GFI Creator, all of these. But these are specific skills that I taught Claude to do. I usually have a lot of calls, and then I will be like, I just have this call with this person based on what you know about me, about the information. Can you help me summarize the call? Help me write a draft email. Help me think through what should be the next follow-up steps. And then also update my CRM system. So it just have a debrief that does the strategic thinking quicker, not just compress what was said. And there's a when to trigger, says when I had a call with X, I just got off a meeting, back-to-back calls, debrief me. And then it's gonna look into my takeaways, what's next, and help me think through. What you need to do is you can go back to any of the chat, and then you can say, I can trigger a debrief and say, I had a call with X, something like that. When I was doing enough time on ChatGPT, especially now ChatGPT model 5.5 has reference memory again. So I was like, do you know that the fact that I've always doing these kind of strategic debrief for my calls, can you actually learn it as a skill? And it actually did. Usually it gives you like a bulk of what it is as a situation, what is the output that will give it to you. And then it says, do you want to change anything? That I was like, this is fine. Let's learn it as a skill. And eventually, whenever I have a call right now, I will just be like, I just had a call with someone so and so, and it will trigger the skill. Whenever you need to create a skill, you can definitely just create with Claude, and then you can use this chat just to create a skill. First, ask me what the skill should do. Maybe help me do a repeatable skill about Sunday campus, which is my review process for every week. It's also gonna trigger some of the skill it already has installed, and it's very easy for you to use as well. So the one question is, what should Sunday campus actually do for you when you sit down on a Sunday or whenever and invoke it? What is your job is doing? Tell me what you've got in your head and I will start drafting. We can go back to my Sunday campus weekly review. Can you turn this review into a skill? And then I will see what come back this. Let me write this properly. If you do it in an existing workflow, it's actually better because it actually know what is good, how do you like it. So it's almost like you onboard your intern, and then your intern was like, let me shadow you for this specific task. And then you watch the intern to do it again, or the team members to do it when you onboard a new team member to do it again for you. And then once you think it's good, and then you say, can you create a menu for this? And then you created a menu, and from this point on, you can delegate this task to this intern forever. And then after a while, it says, good, now I have the format. Let me write this properly. Capturing everything that makes a Sunday review work. The tool sequence, it created a file. This now we have the skill.md. Here's what it captures, so why each section matters. Orientation, data, pool, sequence. To install it, very important. In your Claude project, go to project knowledge, upload this file. The skill will be available to every future Sunday campus chat in the project without re-explaining anything. Let's see. Okay, so here is the simple skill file. I think you can just save skill, and it's already saved. Manage. It's already here, Sunday campus. In the old way, you actually need to download this skill and then go to customize, create new skills, and then you will upload a skill. Or you can write skill instructions. There's certain word limit for this, but I think the easiest way for me is at least you go through a workflow and then you create a skill and then save it. See, now it's done. /comments auto. Also trigger when he shares weekly summary from ChatGPT and asks for a cross-reference take, or when she pastes a Notion weekly page. How did I realize actually I can do the same thing with ChatGPT? There's some kind of stuff that I've been using and doing repetitively. For example, I always need to edit these kind of YouTube video, right? I have a YouTube specific producer chat for every single video I do. After several times, I realized because of the learning from Claude, I was like, can we remember the workflow for this time? It's very efficient. And how can we activate this workflow for future YouTube videos? That was I think 2 weeks ago, I realized, it's actually very helpful the way that we reiterate. I edit once and then I uploaded the SRT file, and then ChatGPT will be analyzing the SRT file, give me all the notes of when to add what kind of B-rolls and where do you want to trim. It's super easy and fast compared to the old way. I would just have a Notion on the side and an editing software at the other side. It's super slow, and this is way better. And then ChatGPT was updated its memory. Remember the YouTube editing workflow Lydia found efficient for Claude connector video after preliminary cuts, blah blah blah, and then after the final cut, move to titles, thumbnail description, hashtag tags, pin comments. This should be activated for future YouTube videos when Lydia says something like YouTube edit workflow, SRT edit guide, etc. etc. And then yes, we can save this. Use it whenever you have a rough cut or SRT ready. It becomes an editing map, and for future video, the best starting point is this. I was like, the workflow should also include a static image and different key moments and a prompt for Zimon to generate the animation. Maybe we should add that. He's like, yeah, sure, this definitely can be done. I will upgrade the workflow into YouTube Edit Workflow V2. I'm pretty happy about this. I was like, okay, use this Edit Workflow V2 on this SRT. Please include all of these. And then it's like, absolutely, I run this YT edit workflow on this SRT, and it gives me a whole bunch of things, even include the hook animation for the static. So that's part of the skill I find is super helpful. All my editing workflow is so much faster. It's just really life-changing. I was so happy. Now edit has again become part of the joy of creating again. There was a point in time I was just like dreading to edit a new video because it takes so much time and energy, and every single time I was just got distracted. But with this, it's so much better. I started a separate chat. I was like, can you teach me a short debrief of how to teach ChatGPT a specific skill? It's less like giving instructions, but more showing what good looks like. And start with I think the recurrent task is the key. So if you're finding something that you have been doing over and over again almost every day, and you're just tired of like copy paste a prompt every day, at least try and see if your chatbot can actually learn the skill. Most of the time it can, because you've been using it so many times. And then because it remembers what I have done, it's like, for example, for your call debrief skill, the structure could be a quick read, what actually happened, strategic signal, blah, blah, blah. And for a YouTube editing skill, it could be this. And at your voice rules, what kind of voice, because it knows me so well, just automatically give me all of these. And then you can save as a reusable prompt for project instruction. But I think you can always just say, just trigger it. Let me show you how many skills I've taught ChatGPT. And then it gives me a summary of all the skills that I taught ChatGPT. I have my YouTube editing one, a CapCut edit guide workflow. What made it a skill? Went beyond transcription, over repeated interactions you taught ChatGPT to consistently do things and why it matters. And then it also gives me some other stuff like your call debrief, strategic advisor workflow, your outreach voice, your daily planning, life companion workflow. So these are the skills I did in ChatGPT. So this is today's video about the skills I taught all the AI chatbot to help me work better and more productive in a very simple and easy way. If you have never tried any chatbot before, it doesn't need to be very difficult. Even for things like install a skill, it sometimes can just be chatting with it enough time so you have learned the best way to work with you. And maybe today you can try a new skill. Maybe it's plan your day, plan your workout, or plan the next trip to the way that you like it. Install it on Claude, try to trigger it on ChatGPT. I would love to know how you're using AI to make your life a little bit better, a little bit easier. And as always, using AI is not about stay within the computer world forever. It's always about how to live the life a little bit better for ourselves. If you're new to this channel, I'm Lydia. I'm a banker turned entrepreneur. In this channel, more and more often, I share a lot about how I use AI to make my life a little bit better. I also have a Escape 9 to 5 podcast and some other stuff about the best moments in life that I want to capture. It's so nice to meet you here. I'll see you in the next video.